Hi friends, welcome to SriSai online training. So today in this video of Oracle database with SQL and PLSQL, we are going to discuss the following topics. Right. So today in Oracle database, we are going to discuss what are file storage systems and database storage systems in computer, and we'll also discuss what are the different types of databases storage systems to store data in computers. So these are the two topics what we are going to discuss today in this session. Right, so let us start with file storage systems and database storage systems in computer and its applications. So first of all, Oracle is a database storage system for storing data in computer applications. Okay. Next, in computers, basically we store data in the form of files and folders. And these folders are available in different drives: C drive, D drive, E drive, etc. So we'll try to understand what is the difference between file storage systems and database storage systems. Right, so let us start with first of all file storage system and then database storage system. Right, so in file storage system we store data basically in the form of files. Example, file1.txt or resume1.doc. So here we store data in the form of files. So similarly, coming to the database storage system. So in database storage system, we store data in the form of tables. So whatever the databases which are available to us in computers, in all the databases, we store data basically in the form of tables. Example, employee table, employee number, employee name, job, salary, department number. Similarly, department table, department number, department name, location, etc. So this is the first difference between file storage system and database storage system. So here we store data in the form of files. Okay, whereas in database we store data in the form of tables. The next difference goes like this. In computer files, whatever we store, that is directly visible to all the users. Any person who is using your system, for all of them it is directly visible. C drive, D drive, E drive. Okay, whereas in database tables we have data stored separately for all the users. Okay, so here in computer files all users can see your data, whereas in database tables different users will have different tables. So this is the second difference between file systems and database storage system. So let us go to the third difference. In the third difference, computer files are accessible to all the users. So any person can open your file and they can see your data in computer files. Whereas in database tables, respective users can only open the table and see the data. Okay, so in computer files, all users can open your file and access your data. Whereas in database tables, only that particular user can open the table and use the data from the table. So this is the third difference between file storage system and database storage system. Next, the next difference goes like this. Computer files can be added, deleted, updated by any user. So any person can add the data, delete the data, or update the data in the same file. Okay. So multiple users can perform addition, deletion of data, updation of data in the same file. But in database tables, it is not like that. In database table, addition of data, deletion of data, updating of data is done only by that particular user only. Okay. So only that particular user can access the table and perform addition, deletion, updation of data. So this is another difference between computer file system storage and database storage. The next difference goes like this. So computer files and its data can be stolen by any user. So any user can steal the data from your computer easily because it is accessible to all the users. Whereas in database tables, data is password protected and restricted data from stealing. Okay, so because of this, username and password which is given for database users, okay, no person can steal your data that easily. So this is one advantage with database storage system. The next sixth difference goes like this. So if you want to perform operations like addition, deletion, updation of data in computer files, it is complex. Complex means difficult. Reason, we have to search the file, we have to open the file, we have to go to that particular line number. There we have to perform addition, deletion, updation. So that's why it is complex or difficult. Now coming to the database operations. Database operations are simple and easy with commands. So here we have SQL commands. So using SQL commands, we can perform database operations, addition of data, deletion of data, updation of data, simple and easy. So this is the sixth difference. So let us go to the next difference. So in file system, computer file system, all operations are done manually. So manually we have to search the file, manually we have to open that particular file, manually we have to use the cursor to go to that particular line number, and in that particular line number we have to go to the particular word, particular character, and then we have to perform the operation. So everything is manual here. But in database we have SQL commands. So using SQL commands, we can directly perform addition of data, inserting the data, updating the data, or modifying the data, deleting the data, or removing the data. So without opening the table, we can perform all these operations directly with SQL commands. Okay, so this is seventh difference between computer file system and database file system. Next, the eighth difference goes like this. File storage system is slow in performance because every operation is done manually, whereas database storage system is very high in performance. Reason, we do all the operation using SQL commands. That is the reason. Okay, so this is eighth difference, slow in performance, and next high in performance. Next, the ninth difference goes like this, right? So in computer files, if you want to do backup of data or restoring of data, it is highly complex, highly difficult. Okay, because everything has to be done manual backup, manual restoring of data whenever there is loss of data. So backup and data restoring is highly complex in computer file system. When you come to the database file system, okay, or database storage system, here data backup and data restoring is very simple and very fast. Okay, so data backup and data restoring, whenever you lose the data, in such situations we can restore the data simple and fast using some predefined SQL commands. Next, the 10th difference goes like this. So the cost of computer file system, file storage system is less, but maintenance is high. Okay, so we can open a computer file like text file, document file, PowerPoint file, Excel file. So cost is less for that file system, but maintenance is very high because everything we have to do manually. So the 10th difference goes like this. So the cost of database system is high in database. It is one-time investment. Okay, and lifetime less maintenance cost. So for lifetime it will give us less maintenance. So these are some differences between file system storage and database system storage of storing the data in computer and computer applications. So 10 differences between both of them. Right, so one small note point here, all programming languages. So programming languages means we have something like C language, C++, Java, .NET, Python, etc. So all programming languages provides both file storage programming as well as database storage programming. So for example, if you take Java, okay, so in Java programming language, we store data in the form of files using IOStreams concept. Okay, and we store data in database using JDBC concept. Okay, so this is the way we work with file storage system and database storage system in Java programming language. So similarly, we also have this in almost all the programming languages. Okay, right? So in these options, in both the options, database storage is highly preferable because we have many advantages with database storage system when compared to file storage system. Okay, so reason is database storage system has more advantages when compared to file storage system. And that is the reason why today all the IT companies which are developing different computer applications like Gmail, Facebook, social networking, banking, etc. All these applications uses database storage instead of file storage. Yes, file storage is also used in less situations, in less cases when compared to database storage of data, which is having more advantages and more future uh, features when compared to file storage system. Next, we'll try to understand what are the different types of database storage systems available for us in storing data for different computer applications. Right. So types of database storage system. So in any database, basically we store data in the form of tables. So table is the basic building block for any database system. You take any database system, and in Oracle database also, table is the basic unit, basic building block of storing the data. So inside a table, we store data in the form of rows and columns. Rows and columns. So rows are called records, columns are called fields. Okay. So let us try to take one small example for this. So this is a student table available for us. Okay. Now in this student table, we have student ID. Okay. Right. So here we have student ID, student name, class, marks, and then we also have something like gender. Okay. So student 1, John, class 4, fourth class, marks 75, and then gender is female. Okay. Next we have Max, third class, 85, male. In the last we have Big John, fourth class, 55 marks, and then gender is female. So here basically we store data in the form of tables. So here each row, so whatever it is there, each row, so this is row 1, row 2. Okay. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3. So each row is called as tuple or entity. Okay. So the technical word which is called as, rows are called as records, columns are called as fields. Okay. So each record represents one student data in student table. So technically it is called as tuple or entity. Tuple or entity. And each column data represents particular data of all students, and technically it is called as domain. For example, if you see here, you take all the IDs. So total we have how many IDs here? 10 IDs. So this is called as domain ID. It is called as domain ID. So similarly, if we take names, so here we have 10 names: John, Max, Arnold, Krish, Alex, Tess, Big John. So this is called as domain of names. So similarly, this is domain of class: ID, name, class, marks, gender. So these are called fields, and the data in one particular field. So this is one particular field. This is another particular field. So this is called as domain. So these are some technical words which are very popular in any particular database table, which is a combination of rows and columns. So records are called as tuples or entities. Column data is called as domain. So row is nothing but record, column is nothing but a field, and combination of rows and columns we get a table. Student table, employee table, customer table, etc. Right. So now for storing data in different computer applications, we have different types of storage systems. For example, let us say that you have a small hotel billing application. Similarly, we have a something like online mobile recharge application. Now let us say that you also have something like Gmail application. We also have something like Facebook application, okay, etc. So like this, we'll have some thousands and thousands, millions of applications in computers. So if you want to store data in the form of database for all these applications, in that case we have different types of database storage systems. So what are those different types of database storage systems? We'll try to understand one by one with a small example and diagram. Right, the first type of database storage system is client server database storage system. Okay, right. So here, what is this? So here you will have client. So client is one system, okay, right, and server is one system. So client server database system. So client is one system and server database server is another system. So this client will be requesting data to the server and server will be giving that data back to the client and it will be displayed in the client system. So this is called as two-tier client server architecture. There are some situations where client and database can also be in the same system, can also be in different two systems. Okay, so where we have to use this client server database system for storing data in computer applications. Okay, but before that, here client server can be on same system or two different systems. Okay, so this type of storage is suitable for standalone applications. So standalone applications means basically single user and single system applications with personal usage. Example, hotel billing, a small hotel billing, okay, where you can give different items or products which are available in the hotel and their respective prices, and we can form the billing. Similarly, retail billing, a small supermarket, okay, which is maintained by only one person. So here also we can use client server database model. Okay, so client server database storage model. And something like accounting registers, like chartered accountants, they will be maintaining data of one particular company or one particular institution. So single user, single system applications with personal usage, we can go for client server database storage model, where client is one system server is another system, and they can be on the same system or two different systems also. So this is what is the basic storage of database in client server model. Right. The second database storage model is centralized database storage model. So what is this centralized database storage model? Okay, so here database is available in single system and multiple clients or users. So multiple clients or users accesses them from different location. Okay, right. So let us try to understand this with a small diagram. Right. So if we see here, we have only one central location database. Okay. So here you will have the complete data in one particular system as a centralized database system, and we'll have different clients: client 1, client 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So all these clients will be connecting to that centralized database computer system, and they will be accessing the data from different locations. So this is called as centralized database storage system or model. Okay, now where we have to use this? So this type of model, database storage model, is suitable for multiple users working on same data. Multiple users working on same data from different systems in same location or different location also. Example: e-seva centers, power billing system, water billing system, mobile recharge system of a particular telephone operator. So these type of applications, you should have a single database server with multiple clients. Okay, right? So here database server is available in a single system and multiple users or clients accesses them from different locations. Right. So the third type of database storage model is grid. So what is this grid? Okay, so grid means multiple systems interconnected with each other. For example, if you take this different types of systems which are available for us here, okay, right, it goes like this. Here we have system 1, system 2. Okay, so we have multiple systems here. Okay, all these systems are interconnected together. Okay, all these systems are interconnected together, and each system is a database. Each system is a database. So here, this is the first system. Okay, this is the second system, this is the third system, this is the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11, 12. So all these systems are connected together to form a grid. Okay, and each system will have a database, and this data will be shared among all the systems in the grid. So first system can share the data with remaining 11 systems, and the last system can also share the data with remaining 11 systems. So each system acts like a client as well as like a server. Okay, so here we have multiple database systems in multiple locations. all these are interconnected with internet. Okay, and every system acts like a client, means they will access the services, also the services, and also like a server, means they will also give the data to other systems. So that is access and also sharing the data between systems will be happening in the grid computing database system. So in which type of applications we have to use grid database model? The best example is torrent applications. In torrent applications, we'll be downloading big files from the internet. When we are downloading the file also, our data will be uploaded to other users who are downloading from other locations. Okay, similarly, file sharing applications and research and development applications. So let us take an example for a pharmaceutical company. Let us say that a pharmaceutical company is trying to invent a medicine. Now this pharmaceutical company will have branches in different companies. They will be doing different testing, different trials. So all this data will be shared from one system to another system to another system in different locations. So once all the research and development is done with trials successful, then they will find the medicine with all this data and they will release that medicine into the market. So this is what is grid database storage system. So every system acts like a client and also like a server, accessing the data, sharing the data. Right. The next fourth type of database storage model is cloud database storage model. So in cloud database storage models, we have two storages, local database storage as well as cloud database storage. Now what is this local database storage? For example, if we see this diagram, here we have Google server, HP server, Facebook server, Microsoft server, Yahoo server and IBM server. So all these servers will be interconnected together to form a cloud database server. So different clients will be trying to access this data from the cloud. So this is one client, okay, so this is another client, etc. Like this, will have some thousands and millions of clients accessing the data from different servers. So for all these clients, data will be provided locally as well as from the cloud. Okay, so they will have local server as well as from the cloud server. For example, if you are using a Gmail, in every country they will have a Gmail server. Okay, and if that Gmail server is down due to some issues, then it will get the data from cloud. So that cloud server will be available in one particular location outside the country. Okay, and that cloud will have combination of all these servers. Okay, they form one cloud. Okay, so local database as well as global database from the cloud. So this is what is cloud database storage system. So we'll try to understand this. Okay, when local database is down or offline, then backup is immediately provided from cloud database, which is global database. Okay, example, email services like Gmail, Yahoo Mail, banking services like Citibank, ICICI Bank, chatting services like WhatsApp, okay, Facebook chatting, Facebook Messenger, etc. So these are the 4 different types of database models that helps us to store the data in different computer applications what we are developing in computers. So that is what is all about today's session, guys, in Oracle database, file storage system and database storage system, and what are the different types of database storage systems available for us for storing data in different types of computer applications. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.